Greetings. Welcome to Paula's Pantry Posts. I miss my dad. I miss my dad. So right before everything started, I had a trip already planned to go to Thunder Bay. So I am from Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. I am 100% Canadian. I am not an American citizen, but I am legal. I am a legal immigrant to the United States. And so I had already planned a trip to go home. I was going to go and visit my dad in March, and I was going to go and help out some of my friends, kind of paint and decorate their house. And I was actually even planning on bringing Lydia with me because she was going to be on her spring break from school, and she was going to come with me. So I had a trip planned to see my dad, and then everything started happening, the whole shelter in place thing, and then they closed the borders. They closed the borders, which is really difficult for me. I have no way of getting home. Actually, because I am a Canadian citizen, I think legally and technically I could cross the border into Canada, but then I would have to quarantine for 14 days. And then I don't know that I'd be able to get back because since I'm a Canadian citizen, they kind of have to let me into the country. But I probably couldn't get back. Then I would miss my family. So I just miss my dad. My mom passed away last year, and I've been, I talk to my dad usually every day or every other day since she passed. I've been going up there a lot to see him. And like I said, I had planned to go up and see him. And here's why it's especially hard. My dad, bless his heart, he still uses a flip phone. He has no Wi-Fi. So my dad has no email. He doesn't have a smartphone where I can send him pictures or we can FaceTime or Zoom or anything. So the only way I have of communicating with my dad is by phone, which is great. I'm super, super grateful for that. And I'm glad that we still get to talk and connect, which is awesome. But I miss seeing him. And yeah, I also really miss my son. I have 3 kids that are in college right now. 2 of those kids came home and have been living with us this entire time. But my middle son, he was living off campus, like in an apartment with a bunch of buddies, and they decided to all quarantine together. They have all stayed there. So this entire time they've been quarantined in their place together. And because they're quarantining together and we're like here at the house, we don't go back and forth and mix, obviously. But we have been able to drive out to where he is and leave packages on his doorstep and ding dong ditch, that kind of thing. So we can at least still see him, physically see him. I just wish, like I told my dad, I said, I can't even get up to the border and you stand on the Canadian side and I stand on the American side and we could see each other and yell back and forth or something like that. So there's not even that option. But I'm going to leave you with this today. When I was talking to my dad this week, he shared with me this saying that I absolutely love, and I will use it for the rest of my life. And I don't know the phrase in Italian, so I'm sure it sounds a lot better when you say it in Italian, but it's one long arm, one short arm. And what that means is, he said, because before we got hung up the phone, he goes, watch out for the people with one long arm, one short arm. And I was like, what do you mean? And he said, it's those people who, when it comes to taking from you, they have a long arm. But when it comes to giving back or giving to you, they have a short arm. Right? So when you have something to give them, they have a long arm to take it. They can take from you. But when you need something from them, or they have a short arm to give back to you. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is so good. And I think right now during this time, we all need to have 2 long arms. So that, yeah, we can receive from people, when people want to bless us, or there's, communities that are helping out with food and different things like that. Have a long arm to receive. If somebody wants to bless you, give you something, have that long arm to receive. But also have that long arm to give, so that if you're able to do something for others, if you have something you can share with others, whether it's a text or a letter or a batch of cookies or a smile or a wave or whatever it is, have a long arm that you can also give to people. Watch out for those who have one long arm, one short arm. I like that. So, and whatever else you do, keep drinking your drinks, whatever. At this point, I'm not even going to tell you to drink coffee anymore. You drink whatever you want. Just don't drink too much. Love ya.